How's everybody doing? Hope that you all had a great week. I'm going to be sharing some messages for the collective and just to use the cards as a way to spread love. Again, we have so much that's going on in this world, and we need love to be spread. So that's the point of this channel. And again, just to be a willing vessel to get these messages passed out to those in the collective, to encourage and uplift, and for us to be optimistic, okay? So, again, I just continue to shuffle until something comes out, or I'm being called to do so, okay? So this will be advice for the Divine Masculine, so advice from the Divine to the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. How the Divine Masculine is relating to the Feminine. Advice for the Divine Masculine. How the Divine Feminine is relating to the Masculine. Advice for the Feminine. Whoa. Okay, and then the possible outcome. Okay, so whatever card comes out, possible outcome. I do say possible because this is just the energy at the moment, and things can change. Again, it's not about what can happen in the future, but the possible outcome. Okay, so that's going to be right there. All right, so advice from Divine. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, so again, there's divine for both the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Maybe we're worried about finances. Maybe we are in careers or positions where we love what we do, or we're being called to do something, yet we are maybe afraid of pursuing it because of finances, because of our financial situation. So again, whatever mindsets that we have in regards to our finances and the money that we have, the abundance, this is also impacting our love life. Okay, so maybe the negative thoughts that we are entertaining, limited thoughts that we're entertaining, maybe even limiting God and what God can do for us in our positions. It's affecting how we see our love life as well. Okay, how the Divine Masculine is relating to the Feminine. Reconciliation. Okay, someone from your past is returning to your life. All right, so even with finances or jobs, careers, even with those things being on our minds, being on the masculine's minds, there's still thoughts of reconciliation. There's hopes of wanting to be the friendship, the love to be restored between the masculine and the feminine, and not only just within a relationship, but also within ourselves. Maybe we've gotten so hung up on the 9 to 5 or the mechanics of things, and the masculine is wanting to get in touch with the feminine, which is the intuition, the wisdom, and the creativity. Okay, so that's also how that can also play out in dynamics. Okay, so the advice for the masculine: new love. Okay, a new person that stirs your romantic feelings. So with that, it is with the reconciliation, with how things are playing out in the masculine's life. He realizes that this new love, or even just the new way of thinking, the new perspective. Okay, so maybe it is that the feminine, he sees the feminine as a new person. Okay, this can either be someone from the past who he's wanting reconciliation with, but seeing her as a new person, as who she truly is meant to be. Maybe he had ideas, or maybe he saw like the mask that you had, but now he's seeing the real you. He's seeing you as your authentic self. Okay, so he's having these romantic feelings for that, because again, he's like, my feminine is stepping into her feminine. She's being herself. She's being this love, this goddess that, you know, that I knew that she could be, and it's like a totally new person. Okay, how the feminine is relating to the masculine. Okay, it's upside down, so that's just emphasis. This could be the one. You already met the romantic partner that you seek. Okay, so again, upside down in the deck that I have, or just decks that I use, period, it's just an emphasis that the feminine is at this point where she realizes, like, okay, this really could be the one. Maybe it's upside down and being an emphasis because maybe she has started to doubt that this is the one. Okay, so maybe she needs to work on that. Work on having faith, realizing that this truly is the one for you. This is the one that God created for you. This is your counterpart. This is your beloved. And that there is no need to continue to search, not only just in romance, but there's no reason to continue to search for different answers, to search for validation from other people. Because this is the one. Okay, you have to stand in that knowing and that understanding that this is the one for you. Things may not look like how they should be at the moment, but you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust what God has shown you and what God has told you many times. Okay, the advice for the feminine: religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay. So again, not only just religious as far as organized religion, but just beliefs in general. Okay, so the advice, again, about this being the one, having faith, believing that God has created this union between you and your partner, and that is inevitable. That what God has brought together, let no man asunder. That's the advice, just to understand that you've been on the spiritual path for so long. You've had all these signs and synchronicities. You've had all these dreams. You had all this communication. You had these run-ins with your partner where, when those things happen, all you could think was, okay, that was the universe. That was God who orchestrated that, So again, remembering that and understanding that this union is so much different. It's completely different from what society has said what romance or what a relationship is to be. God's unions, divine unions, they surpass those things. Okay, so yeah, that is what is the advice for the feminine in regards to believing and having faith that this is the one. Okay, possible outcome. You deserve love. You're lovable. Okay, so again, once you get past these false ideas, these false beliefs, these false thoughts that you've entertained, you'll come to the understanding, hopefully come to the understanding and realization that you do deserve love, that this isn't a game, that if God said it, so be it, and so just having faith in that, knowing that you are lovable and that you are capable of giving and receiving love, and that love is in the midst. Also, for the masculine, again, knowing that regardless of what has happened in the past between you and your counterpart, no matter if you neglected or she neglected you, understanding that this new love that you have for each other, you guys are seeing each other with a different perspective, with a new lens. You're seeing the journey with a new lens of this being a divine love. Okay, so nothing can get in the way of that. All right, so that is the message for the divine masculine and divine feminine for this moment.